Hello, hello, my good people. Sijui niseme good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, but it depends. Ni wakati gani that you are watching this TV. This is Victor T, and of course, this is Victor T show. I'm so grateful. I don't know where I should start, but I'm so grateful, guys. Of course, I'm not alone as usual. I'm with my co-host here, Mr.
It's Miss Moy.
Yeah, just say hi to people.
Miss Moy, hi there. Yeah, thank you for coming. As you are there waiting for us, let's start this thing together and go together, finish together, and see what we can do here today.
Yes, indeed. The person that is just talked to you, he is a psychologist, he is a counselor, he is a mentor, and nimeona siku hizi umeanza kufanya life coaching, eh?
Yeah, I do life coach. I do mentoring, I do counseling. Because I'm a professional in that area.
Wow, yeah, that's so grateful. Wow, that's so great, and I hope you people now you can know the kind of the person that you are dealing here with. We have seen the move, and we have seen how you guys have been supporting us all through. Since the time that we started this channel, you have worked with us, we have subscribed, you guys, you're just amazing people, and we pray that may God bless you so much for doing that. In case you are new here, consider subscribing to this channel, like, share the video, and also hit the notification bell. And kwa wewe mwenye si mgeni, continue supporting us in this one, continue watching this video that we upload each and every time. So we don't take it for granted. We have to say a very, 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 very big thank you. Mr. Hamisi.
Yeah.
I don't know how you have been, by the way. You have been good?
Well. I've been well.
Yeah.
I'm well.
Yes.
I'm not complaining. In a rate of 1 to 10, I can say I've been ranging at 8.
At 8.
So, you don't get 100.
Uko almost kuokota zote.
You don't get 100. You just, you see, okay, I'm better here.
Okay.
So I'm scaling at 8 there.
Okay, that is so good.
Sometimes 7, sometimes 8.
Okay, inachezea hapo.
Hapo.
That is so good. I'm also doing very, very fine.
Yes.
I cannot complain. And in fact, but I've been hearing some complaint. Wasijui watu wanasema life imekuwa ngumu. Things have been so hard. Economy, wanaenda kutani hivi, economy inawachapa kofi. Wanaenda kutani hivi, ndo hii, sijui budget, sijui, yani pesa hata ni kama haina value. But I think that the life is becoming a bit hard. But I think it all depends with how you perceive it. And that is the topic that I wanted us to talk about today.
About hardships.
Yeah, the hardship. People are going through a lot of things, in fact. And, you know, when economy is bad, this one affects even the marriages.
Yeah.
It affects the marriages, they affect the relationship, it affects and everywhere. It kata kila mahali. So that is what I wanted us actually we talk about.
Yes.
You know, I heard somebody talking about these issues, and I had a certain friend of mine who I think last week called me. I don't know, life imekuwa ngumu, and in fact I've decided to take my family back at the village.
Yeah.
Because life is becoming so hard. So, and I thought about that thing, and was it really the right thing to do, or ama angevumilia tu survive with that kind of the situation? I didn't know how to tell the person, but I just told the person, okay, if that is your decision, of course, unajua kama make that decision ama ashawapeleka, huwezi mchange mind. Yeah. But I don't know, was that a right decision to make? For now, situation imekuwa too,
Yeah. Maybe you don't know.
Yeah.
Let me start from the fact that you said life is hard.
Yeah.
And this seems to be true. It seems.
Yeah, it seems
to be true because it has been said time and again. And as we continue saying that life is hard,
Yes.
We don't specify whose life is hard. Because when someone's life is hard, it doesn't represent everybody in the country or in the world that when you are not doing fine, it's like everybody else is not doing fine.
True, very true.
You cannot represent the world and say that times are bad.
Yeah.
Because you see, even when we were going through COVID-19, there are people who are asking hiyo COVID iliendanga wapi, because they were doing fine.
They were doing fine.
In fact, there are people who say from the day they were born up to when the COVID came, they have never done well in their businesses like that time.
Oh, so they made a lot of money.
As you said, it is all about perception.
Yeah.
How you perceive your situations, and you say, okay, times are bad or times are good. Because right now you still see people going to these big places, these big bars, these big places. People are spending. You see people flashing money, spending money all around you, and you see for you on the other side, you say times are hard. So it is a perception, and when times are hard, are not hard to everybody. Now coming to this man who went, you said he went home with the family.
Yeah, the man went home by.
He went home with the family.
No, he was left. He was left in town.
Yeah.
But akaamua acha nipeleke familia na huko kwa village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for his specific case, we cannot apply his case to everybody else. For his specific, there are people who don't have homes. There are people here in these towns who don't have now where to fall back.
Yes.
They don't have ushago yao iliuzangwa. Mzee aliuzanga hiyo kitu. So there is nowhere they can fall back. So for this guy, he has still an advantage. In this life when things happen, bad things happen, you have to count your blessings.
Yeah.
This man have somewhere to go. There are other people in this town who don't have anywhere to go. You can imagine if things hit you hard and you are in Canada and you are in America, where do you take your family? Where do you go? You just go to the streets.
Yeah, sure.
So this person already have an advantage that at least they have a home where they can go.
Oh, yeah.
And there is nothing bad about scaling down a little bit for you to arrange your life. Hakuna haja ya kuweka hiyo brave face hapo na unaumia. Unataka kukufia down. There's nothing wrong with scaling down for a while.
So you are
that you can
for that.
strategize.
You are advocating for that.
Yeah, this guy, I want to think he went to strategize so that he can jump back into this economy or whatever was troubling him. So going there is just to restructure your idea, restructure your goals, and restructure all your life, and then you start again.
For him, we had actually a very long conversation with the guy, and actually he was arguing that, life huko ni cheap. Lakini tukikaa na familia huko town, it is a bit difficult. Hata anasema, there's nothing that I'm saving. It's all I'm getting, it's hand to mouth. Hakuna kitu na save. So ndo maana akaamua acha waende na huko nyumbani.
That's why nakwambia it's a perception. Because even there where he's going, there are still people wallowing in poverty. there where he's saying life is cheap. There where he's saying life is cheap there. People who slept without anything, Jan. So
who's left hungry?
For him, he's thinking that it's a better place there. Other people think they want to move out because they want to move out from that place because they are dying there. So it's about perception. And when you perceive something, you believe it, it becomes. Because even the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so it is.
Yeah, sure.
Because, when someone is a child, they say, when I grow up,
I want to become.
And they mean it. They are not joking.
Yeah.
The same children, when they are 40 years old, same children, they start to doubt themselves. They doubt, they believe other things, they believe they cannot do, and so they stay like that.
Yeah.
So it is perception.
So it's all about perception. But then I was looking at this and I was seeing actually the effects of all this. Taking the family outside there to the village, it will bring so much impact into his life. For example, let's move away from that guy.
Yeah.
But you know, there is that person when they stay far away from, you know, probably your wife, you know, the family and all that. There are some other things, you know, we human beings. There is that person who is not that much disciplined when it comes to matters with, you know, our flesh. Eh? And so if you look at this person, kuna ule atasema aje. So my question is, does it get worse when they stay far away from one another, or it gets better?
It is still no blanket there. You cannot put a blanket and say everybody who is like this is going through this, and everybody who is like this is not going through this. The point here is, kama mtu amejishindwa, like you are living in town here, and your family is at home, and then you find yourself unalipia wasichana manyumba hapa town. You are wasting money. You are wasting your money. You are educating other people's children hapa town. Unakwako nyumbani hata kuna kitu umefanya huko nyumbani. That is you. This one is specifically you. It is you who don't know what you are doing. It is you who unatumia kama nini. Unatumia kama unajua gambut. Unajua gambut unatumia tu siku ya matope.
Yes.
So when people wakati tu jua inatokea zinatupa chini ya kitanda. So you are being used like that. The moment you una kitu, you are just thrown out. So if someone is like that, it is not everybody who is going through the same thing that is acting like that. This is just their personal problems. And even this one, this person we are talking about right now, he hata yuko kwa hii category ya hardship. Hii hardship tulikuwa tumesema, yuko. Huyu ni mtu akotuna tabia mbaya. Akona pesa lakini ana misuse.
But you know, alitafuta tu just an excuse ya kuambia, you know, let's just move away from here and then ni handle my issues nikiwa tu na hapa. Then ana take advantage of the situation.
But this one is not going through hardship. This one is enjoying himself.
That is what he tells the wife.
This one is enjoying himself. So
That is what he tells the wife.
The person who has a problem here is the wife, who is at home. Because she was thinking that I'm going home so he can strategize and come up with something good. But my husband, the little we have, is using with other women. He's educating other people's. Unasomesha watoto ya watu na watu wenyewe wako kwa bar. The fathers of these children are educating. Wanakula nyama pale kamaki. They don't educate their children. Wewe ndio kwani wewe umekuwa nini, umechukua kazi yote ya nini? Unajua the only beast that is allowed to work like that is the donkey. Yes. Unajua donkey inabeba mizigo yote. So you want to become like that, you carry mizigo ya kila mtu.
Oh, yeah, I get you. But now you have talked about you know the hardship, eh? Remember that is what you are talking about. Here, you know, somebody said, actually it was a quote, that life, you see life, eh? You don't have to wait for the storm to pass.
Yeah.
You have to. The thing that you're supposed to do, you are supposed to learn how to dance in the lake. You get me?
Yeah.
You don't have to, well, you know, the storm, let it pass, let it pass. You have to learn how to dance in that rain.
In the rain.
Yes.
And
the rain here, the hardship.
You know, people have people have repeated defeat in their mind for a very long time.
They
repeat it, they kubaya, until now it has become part of them. Until now, there are people around them who are doing fine, but then themselves have decided nikubaya, so I'm not doing anything. You know, the mind of a person is just like a bank account. You cannot get anything to the physical. You cannot get money in the physical.
Yes.
If you did not make it first in your mind. Yes. There is no. If your mind is not working, your physical will have a problem. Because it is the mind that makes money. It's not your hands. It is the mind. It perceives something. It calculates something. Kama zaidi nikitaka kutengeneza tuseme 5 bob. It is them. I'll make it in the mind before I make it in the physical. First of all, Nitasema if I want to make 5 bob, nitaenda asubuhi pale ninunue ndizi tu moja ya 5 bob. Niende naye kwa highway. Niuzie mtu wa gari akipita 10 bob. Hiyo ni 5 bob.
Yes.
Kabla nitoke kwa nyumba, I already have my 5 bob in my mind, the profit. So what I'm going out there to do is just to bring it to the physical. So ukiona mtu mwenye is doing nothing, his bank account, which is the mind, has a problem. Na ndio maana unaona mtu mwenye ako mentally challenged, it is the account, that is the mind that is corrupt. Ndio unaonanga we can only help him with the food, with clothes, because he cannot withdraw anything from that account, because account iko na problem. Haiwezi withdraw.
Yes, very
haiwezi panga kitu.
Haiwezi panga kitu.
That's why you see mtu mwenye akona akili yenye iko punguani. We can only give him food, he cannot withdraw anything. But now your mind is working. You are not mentally challenged. You are okay. Use this mind. Kuchora business. Use this mind to prepare projects. Prepare them in the mind. Bring them to the physical.
Now talking about preparing the projects and having the ideas of business. Do you think it is possible for somebody who is going through the hardship, economy ni mbaya, as they say?
Yeah.
Do you think that person can save money? Money. Anaweza in that hardship, anaweza kuwa akisave pesa.
You are not supposed to be saving in the hardship. In the hardship, you are on survival mode. Because
but you have talked about there are others who are making it.
Yeah, there are others who are making it because, you find people who are even born in one family and living in the same environment.
Yes.
You find one of the siblings employing the others in the same environment. Na wakupewa kitu na baba yao.
Yes.
They just use their mind. So what I want to say is that we use our mind differently. But the point is, it comes from the mind. So when you find yourself in a corner, that's not the time to save. At that time you survive. That one you eat. You eat as you continue to think. You know now, money must not come from the money you made.
Yes.
Money can come from other places. There are things you can think and do that don't need money. That other people will see you do them, they come with the money to sponsor and to sponsor a project or to sponsor you and to move you forward. There's something you can do, maybe you have seen people who come out with something that people say, okay, these people, they are thinking, but they have a need. They don't have money to sponsor this thing. They come up with the money and they just give them. So, mambo yote si ati wewe utafute pesa. There are things you just do. Just do so. You do.
Not about the.
For example, if you can run better than mtu anaitwa Omanyala. Hivyo kama unaweza kimbia kumshinda. You don't need money. Ufai hata kuwa na shilingi hata moja. Ya nini? Hata kama umekuja kula siku 3 na unaweza tu kimbia kuliko Omanyala na ujue unaweza kimbia kumuliko. You don't need money.
You don't have.
Wewe ni uende tu wakati wana practice huko, waambie yo coach yako hapo, mimi nataka kukimbia na Omanyala tuone kama anaweza nishinda. Ukimshinda tu Omanyala wewe from there hata spikes uko nazo ukimbia, tracks uko nayo, the following week uko kwa ndege ukielekea Boston Marathon. Yes, you don't, some of these things you don't need money. You just need to come out. Yes.
And okay, well, so does it mean that you need to live within your means when the economy it's not favoring you?
You need to live within your means because if you don't, then you'll have to steal. So how can you live out? How can you live outside your means? You will have to steal. So, one day my father told me, the stomach that you put terere is the same stomach you will put chicken inside. So for now, just put terere there.
Na mwingine akasema tumbo inakuanga mjinga sana. Tumbo ni jinga sana. Haijuangi ni nini mimi.
Stomach is stupid. And when after you have put whatever you put there, it tells you I'm okay now. Hata kama ulikula kuku inakwambia I'm okay. Hata kama ulikula whatever inakwambia sasa I'm okay sasa. Na hata usipokula siku 3 alafu ukule on the 4th day.
Yes.
Utakula sahani 4 ati zenye huku kula hapo nyuma. Utakula tu sahani moja. Stomach is like that.
Oh, no, I understand.
And he also told me that the stomach doesn't have a mirror. So that people can go and see, today I had chicken, I've eaten 4 eggs, this ones I've eaten sukuma wiki, this one is empty. Ni mara tu mtupu iko huko. No, hakuna kioo hapo. Kwa hivyo kenye ulikula. Kenye ulikula ni wewe ulikula.
Ni wewe ulikula.
Yes, accept the circumstances. What is going on right now?
Yes.
I don't live in denial. If your life has come down, accept the fact that right now I cannot afford this, I cannot afford that. Don't fight with yourself. Otherwise utashinda na mara nini madawa inaitwa mara moja na mapana kwa mkono juu kichwa itakuuma because you are conflicting the reality and you are denying the reality. And you want an ideal life that is not here. Sasa ndio unasikia watu kichwa inauma. Hii siku kwanza hii kampuni ya mara moja hata itanunua hata hii Kenya yote. Juu headaches. Because people are denying.
Yes.
People are denying what they are going through. Because the society is telling them that you have to be like this, you have to be like this, you have to be like this. So now they just deny what they are going through. People are coming out wanajiweka face ingine hapa nje ati they are doing fine.
They are doing fine, yeah. Sure.
Yes. Now they are not. Alafu ukiwaona unasema ati it is only me who is not doing fine. Watu wote umeona wamevaa suti.
Because of course you are comparing yourself to others.
Yes. Watu wote wamevaa suti hapo nje. Wewe hujaingia kwa maisha yao ndani. You go get them in their bedrooms when they are crying. Hapo unasema ati it is only me who is going through this. Don't even see someone driving kufikiria ati is doing fine, ati atakusaidia, ati jua naishi is doing mudai kama ni wale. No, huyu mtu ako na enough problems of himself. Yenye iko rika hiyo. Hiyo rika yake kuna shida za hiyo rika. Wewe deal na hiyo rika yako. Huyo mtu you get this person, even the car is driving. The logbook iko Equity. Alishapatiwa do
iko kwa bank.
Yes. Alishapatiwa pesa akaendea stock.
Yes.
Hii stock ndio anang'ang'ana kulipa ndio arudishwe logbook yake. Ya nini? Ya V8 yake. Alafu wewe unajinda ukifikiria it is doing fine. Unafikiria it is doing fine mtu this person mpaka hiyo nyumba anaishi hapo Runda bado yote yamepeana cooperative bank. Nobody is doing fine. Kila mtu ako na level yake ya masida ya kwake. Yes, you deal with it.
It's very true.
Ndio unaona watu wapeanangi lift. Yes.
Unampatia mashida mingi.
Sasa huyu mtu anataka kukupea lift lakini hawezi kukupea lift. Sasa wewe unafikiria ati juu ati yako na probox ati hana shida. Sasa
shida nako nayo.
Sasa nafikiria ati juu ati mtu amekupea lift ati kwa probox yani ama hata kwa V8 ati sasa ni siku ya kumwagilia mashida.
Yes.
Hata kubeba tena. That will be the last time.
I know. Okay, we're not talking about sometimes by the life inaweza kuwa ngumu, not that ulikuwa unataka. Like you have just found yourself in that situation. For example, somebody who is employed.
Yeah.
Alafu ifike mahali now kampuni wasak wote.
Yeah.
Unaona huyu mtu alikuwa anaishi hii maisha and then all of a sudden amerudi kwa hii maisha nyingine.
Yeah.
You see? So this person have to adjust. Have to cope up with the situation.
And the faster they adjust, the better. Because you have to accept what is here.
But do you want to tell me, like, for example, the company that maybe I was working with, of course, ilikuwa inanifuelia gari, ilikuwa inanipatia gari, ilikuwa inanifuelia gari, ilikuwa, yani, kuna hizo benefits,
Yeah.
Alafu all of a sudden, amefutwa, amerudi chini. Do you think it is that easy for that person to cope up with the situation?
Now, this person is very
I don't think.
It's very simple because
I don't think.
We just look at whether you accept it or you don't. What is the reality? The reality is you no longer have a job. Unajua kuna mtu alivutwa hapa town after 30 years. hata ni kuretire, he retired. And after retirement, he used to go to work for another 2 years. And he's not in the payslip. Because he was conditioned every morning for that years to wake up to go to work. After I retire, he still continued to go to work. Until secretary Zu wanamwambia huko, but you retired. Wanamwambia, I know, but where can I go? Me, all my life, I've lived with you people. There's no way anaweza amuka asubuhi niende. Hii vile tunaongeanga huko kwa kampuni tunacheka, tuna make jokes, tunakaa ma comrade, I cannot lose this. I better be here mpaka saa 10 hata kama siko kwa payslip. So this is living in denial. The faster you agree your circumstances have changed, the better. Kwa sababu hata ukikaa hivyo, you just continue to wallow in pain and in poverty. Na hakuna kitu utafanya. Na hii ndio kitu unasikia inaleta mtu stress. And you know the moment you don't manage your stress, you now go down to depression.
Depression, yeah.
Yes. Now to get out of depression is very hard. Na hii depression ina affect mpaka your physical health. Yes, it can even affect your heart, it can affect other parts of you. So together with that ulifutwa kazi, sasa tena uko Kenyatta umehangiwa Kenyatta juu ya nini? You denied. Now you have problems, you are into depression. Now uko na magonjwa sasa kwa mwili. Sasa umefutwa na magonjwa sasa tena unalipa mapesa hapa Kenyatta. Na hii magonjwa ulijiletea.
But you see, okay, assume it's me. Sasa nitakuja aje, okay fine, for I myself nitajielewa na na ni accept, this is a change, I need to accommodate it, na ni agree, but then remember I have the family. How will I nitawaelezea aje? How will I tell them? Things have changed there.
The family is the last place where a person, especially a man, can fall back to. There is nowhere else you can remove a man and take them to fall back. It is in the family. So if their family don't know what's going on with them, then they are in a very awkward position because if they are not understood by the by the wife and by the family, by the children, who else will understand these people? So I accept that these people at this time they would be needing a shoulder to lean on. Especially men, they don't talk. They go through a lot of hard things. They don't talk. And this time is the time for the wife to offer that shoulder and to offer support and encouragement.
But is it all?
And to tell this husband that this happened, is okay. We can still do these things another way, and this is not the end of life. But when this woman that is in this place, I told you this is the last place where I can fall back to.
Oh yeah, it is the last.
And now this woman that I have is now again anaakisha moto kwa hiyo mali nimefall back. Anaanza kukosea respect. When you are working, they are respecting.
Yes.
Right now you have been umetolewa kwa job.
Yeah, you have been sacked.
Sasa they have no kazi yako. Yes. They just hata kukupea food. It's like they are giving it to a dog.
Yes.
And
hata nakwambia jiwekea hapo ama ni nini umeleta.
Even when they are talking to you now, even they talk to the children better than they are talking to you.
Yeah.
And this is why you hear people committing even suicide. Because this person is already in denial, he's in depression, and then now the family where he was supposed to fall back to akukaliki.
Sasa moto inawaka huko.
Huyu mtu sasa anaona the best thing I can do here is to leave this world because hakuna mahali kuzuri kwangu juu sasa job sitakikani, home sitakikani.
Na huyu mtu alikuwa anategemewa na watu wengi sana.
Anategemewa na watu wengi. Sasa unajua hata anajificha watu wengi. Unajua the problem ukifutwa kazi. Your comrades wale mko mlipo nao 100,000 every month wanakudelete. Kwa masimu zao. You can't even call them. When you call them, wanauliza ni nani. These are the people who can now over 40 years. And the reason why they are deleting you, they fear that unaweza wakopa.
Utawakopa.
Na sasa sasa wanajua wakikukopesha pesa yao itapotea juu sasa huna mshahara siku hizi.
Huna mshahara.
So they kick you out. Hata mpaka hawa unasikianga hata members of parliament. Usipochaguliwa tu wale walibaki ndani wanakufutana. Ukae huko nje kwa sababu sasa wakiwapigia simu wanawaambianga tuko na meeting na president hapa nakupigia. Kwa sababu sasa wewe you did not come back.
Yeah, sure.
So they throw you out. That's why unaona unasikia watu wanasema so za mbunge so miaka fulani he has nothing. So and so was working as a teacher, as a policeman.
Yes.
He has nothing. So and so kwa sababu when people are working, they think that this is forever. They don't plan.
By the way, talking about that point, they don't plan. You see, because you hear even people like they have worked in a certain company for over 30 years.
Until people thought it was their company.
Yeah. And by the time sasa ana retire actually, unapata hiyo ndio time sasa anajikakamua anataka kujenga nyumba, anataka sijui kufanya nini, of which is impossible because pesa hakuna. Unaona? By the way, when you are employed and when you are not, life has to move on. It has to.
And when you are employed and when you are not, there are needs. Needs cannot stop.
Yeah.
You know, you cannot tell your car
especially basic needs.
You cannot tell your car to run on last month's fuel. Because you tell you that this month I don't have fuel. I can't fuel you, so continue running on last month's fuel. How can you tell your family that I used to do this and this and this to you? I used to do this. No. That's like fuel you put in a car last year. Can you continue telling your car that I fueled you? Needs hazijui. Needs ziko hapa na zinaendelea. So whether you're employed or you're not employed, you have to continue working. Whether you're employed or you are not. And women who have money, women who are working and you have your own money. Unajua kuna kitu nimesikia women saying sana ati pesa ya women ni ya women, pesa ya man ndio yetu.
Yes, iko. Hiyo iko.
Yeah, I've had that thing.
Yes,
many times.
Iko.
Many times.
Iko hata wanasemanga huko.
I've been speaking to seminars.
Yes.
And they tell me pesa ya mama ni yetu. Ya huyu ndio ye.
Yeah.
So you know these people is like they are not compatible. These people hawajashikana kwa sababu how come mtu akona zake mwingine akona zake. You know, if for example someone died today, kwani hizo vitu zake zinaenda wapi? Ni kwa spouse.
Yes, of
course. So why should you be hiding how do you be hiding what you have from your spouse? Do you know, I even tell them, like a man, unapata kuna wazee paka wako na mavitu na maproject na mapesa na ma-account, ati wameficha their wives, wamewaficha ati they don't know. Alafu nasikia mtu amekufa, serikali inachukua hizo vitu. Mtu amekufa, watu wanaishi na shida. Some of the people unaona they are going through problems. It's not like they have problems.
Lakini si ni maybe hata waivu wao huwa anawaficha.
Watu
maybe.
Watu waonyesha.
They are not open to one another.
And I tell them, and I would want to say it here also. The only person who cares about your children, kwa sababu hakuna kitu tunafanya kwa hii dunia kubwa. We are caring for these children. Tunalipa hiyo deni tulilelewa nayo, tunalipa na.
Hiyo ni deni.
So if you can leave this world any minute, the other person who cares about your children like yourself is your wife, is your husband. Sasa why should you hide resources from your wife, from your husband? Na ukileft sasa.
Lakini si maybe mimi nilikuwa nataka kumpatia ikiwa kama surprise.
Sasa we don't know the days we have here. That surprise you better do it quick. You better do it tonight because
that is a problem.
This surprise you better do it tonight because we don't know the days we have here. But the person who is next, who cares about your children, like yourself, is your spouse. Not even your mother. Even your mother don't care about your children. He cares about you, not your children. Yes, he cares about you. So if you leave like 50 million to your mother,
yes,
your children will come number 2. It is herself. First of all, and your brothers who walikatalia nyumbani, atawapea hao kwanza. Hao watoto wake wale mabrother yako wenye walikatalia nyumbani, atawa sponsor kwanza. Mtoto wako akipiga nduru huko ati sijui nilifukuzwa shule, anakuambia anamchunia kama ni mpaki. Hiyo pesa.
Anamchunia kitu kidogo.
Yeah, so the person who cares about your children and your visions that you have is your spouse. Cha kuficha hapo pesa. Onyesha mtu vitu. Unafikiria mtoto wako anaweza kosa kwenda shule mama yake akiwa na pesa hizo unaficha? Hata hivi you are not around. Yes. Onyesha watu vitu kwa sababu sasa your wife hawezi kaa na pesa kwa nyumba mtoto akiwa amefukuzwa shule. But your brother anaweza kaa nazo. Hiyo ati umeandika next of kin ma brother yako hapo na your mother.
Inaweza kuwa maybe hamuamini pia.
Regardless, we are talking about children. Hata kama mimi aniamini watoto wake hawezi kula shida akiwa na pesa. So I saw a man who actually took a title D na ilikuwa mpaka na plot na nyumba. Ilikuwa na nyumba ya 6 bedrooms. Here in this Nairobi. He took his wife akampeleka kwa watu wa land. He changed everything. And he gave that wife hiyo title D ya hiyo shamba na hiyo nyumba. Na yeye alikuwa amejenga hiyo nyumba. Yes, and he's someone close to me, so I asked him, why are you doing this? Because he even called me to go and oversee that. Yes. And he told me, I'm doing this because my children are safe, even if she has that one. The only person who is not safe is me. And me, I can cater for myself. If I'm kicked out today, me, I can cater for myself. The only thing I know is she cannot kick her children out. And me, I also care about the children. So, they are safe. Yeah, so wacha kuficha vitu.
Well, you have had it. Our viewers, you have had it. Yeah, that's the way. I think it's a wise thing to do that. Because kinaweza kuramba. Na kikuramba, itaramba hadi watoto wako.
Yes.
So I see your take. I see your take. But you see, we were talking about this person who have been employed for the last 30 years. Hajakuwa kijipanga. Huyu mtu, you know, it's always, you know, somebody said it's always to be optimistic in life. Don't be pessimistic. We are optimistic. But then, you know, you may find yourself, sasa umefukuzwa, I mean, umekuwa sacked in job. Na umeambiwa ni hivyo kutoka kama time ya COVID-19. You know, watu wengi walitolewa job sana na wakahangaika. Actually, most of them do wali open up mind na wakaona. Actually, hata kuna watu by the hawakurudi kwa ile kampuni walikuwa wanafanyia. But what do you tell this person mwenye hajakuwa hata amekuwa kwa hiyo kampuni yote na akiambiwa saa hizi sasa ni hivyo kazi imeisha, atatoka tu hivyo.
Oh, mtu ni visionless. This person is visionless. He has no vision of life because when you have a vision of where you are going, you will put resources towards that vision. And you can't have a vision or foresight if you don't have insight. So inside this person ana insight ya kujijua yeye mwenyewe. And I'm wondering whether we are talking about a married person because again this person akona bibi. Na huyo bibi na yeye mimi nashindo ni wapi kwa sababu this woman should be able to arrange this man.
Ametoka kwa hii planet Earth.
He should be able to arrange this man. We know when you are a wife and you are a woman and you see your husband is visionless. He hana foresight. Hakuna mahali anawapeleka. For 30 years, 40 years, unaona muda hakuna mahali anatupeleka. You must start also organizing hii kitu. Hata makanga anaendeshangi gari lakini anaongeanga. Anaambia driver hapana, usichukue hapo, usiangushe hapo. Hakuna stage. Hapo hakuna stage. Tuende squad mbili za hii ni zaidi wakameiva. Na aendeshi gari. Mwanamke ni kama conductor. The husband you got a steering but you talk. You know, usiye tunanyamaza mtu afanye vile anataka. Hata Bible inasema by the way, a wise wife makes his own home. A foolish one destroys his house. Na pale Bible ijaandikwa ati haikutuambia kuhusu wanaume ati whether mwanaume huyu wise alikuwa wise huyo mwanaume ama mwanaume huyu foolish alikuwa wise ama it means even a wise man with a foolish woman bado nyumba itabomoka. It means then a foolish man with a foolish woman bado nyumba itabomoka. But a foolish man with a wise woman, hiyo nyumba itaanguka, kwa sababu Bible inasema a wise woman build his house.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Sawa, wewe umekaa tu hapo. Unaona mpaka dereva anaenda kubebea kwa mahali polisi wako, mnakuliwa dhahabu. Na ulikuwa unaona. Anasema ati mimi sitaongea. Bana, speak. Yes. Unajua when he goes down, you go down.
Yes.
Yes, akienda anaenda, you go down with him.
Kizama mnazama
nini? Mnazama. So wewe uko hapo 100. So speak.
Oh. That's great. This is somebody who is married now.
Yeah.
Let's move away from this person who is married. Tuende kwa ile ngambo ingine. A person who is not married. You see? So, you'll find sasa situation ikikuwa like ni ngumu kabisa, it's so hard, it's not favorable, unapatanga actually kumekuwa na these things that you're finding that young men are dating old women.
Yeah.
Unaona? Because probably maybe this one is maybe it's a bit lazy, ama anataka tu yani kuenda tu hook up with somebody who has already ametafuta pesa, ametafuta mali ya hii dunia yote. What do you say about that one? This young man.
That young man mwenye anaolewa na mama.
Situation imemsukuma kabisa.
You know.
Hadi akasema sasa juu hakuna kazi, economy iko ni mbaya, it's not favorable. Sasa siwacha mimi niende huyu. Na juu sasa juu amenifanyia macho hivi, wacha nisonge na yeye.
You know, now it is even hard to we cannot judge this man because like the society is biased. Society ni biased.
Ni live.
You know this thing mahali shida imetokea. Kwanza tulianza tuka divide children. This also inakuja kuchangia kwa hii hardships huko watu wakiwa watu wakubwa. We divided children tukasema we empower the girl.
Yes.
So tuka empower the girl, akapita the boy. Sasa sasa nasikia tena they are talking about tena kuendea the boy again. They are talking about they are doing all these things all over. You have seen them everywhere.
Yes.
They are saying now again. The same people who took the girl waka overtake the boy are saying again now we are going for the boy.
Yeah, sure.
Tena wamuovertakishe the girl tena, and then after another 10 years they then go for the girl again.
Sure.
This thing of girl child, boy child, toa. This thing is the one that is spoiling this country. Children are children. Empower all of them. Empower the boy, empower the girl.
Equally.
Because when you are a parent, you have a child, you have a boy there, you have a girl there, you have an auntie, you have an uncle, you have a brother, you have a sister. You even have a grandmother and you have a grandfather. Where did this thing of kuchaguanisha watoto kusema ati empower this one, empower this one. So when these ladies now are empowered, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
Now ndio wakakuwa economically wakakuwa na economic muscle.
Yeah.
The boy who was neglected hana hiyo muscle.
Yeah.
When sasa amekuja hapa kwa meza, ule mama pale ako na pesa, huyu kijana hana pesa. So they choose to do what? They choose to go there. And the other issue is that you find mtu labda haja kuwa na a man in his life, this boy. Haja kuwa na a man in his life. Maybe in his all his life there tu amedeal na maybe the mother. Maybe alizaliwa mahali ya kuwa na baba.
Amelelewa na single mother.
Amelelewa na single mother.
Yeah.
And we are not saying that single mothers don't do a good job. Wanafanya kazi nzuri sana.
Very.
In fact, these are very strong women kwa sababu they do this single-handedly. They bring up children single-handedly na mkono yao peke yao hivi. While you see other women bado wameolewa na bado they are doing nothing. So we respect these people who are called single mother. Notwithstanding, when they bring up these children sometimes, unless there is an uncle of these children or someone, a father figure or a male in their lives, they may be confused in their roles, these children. Because kama ulizaliwa na single mother, ukaenda kitu inaitwa Sunday school. Sunday school isomeshangwa na wanaume tena. Nasomeshangwa na ladies. Wakaenda PP1. PP1 hiyo ilikuwa klasi ya wanaume. Huwezi pata walimu wanaume huko.
Mimi nafikiria kama nimenya mwanaume atakasirika akonge mtoto vibaya.
Yeah, maybe. Tena small children bado wako attached to ladies. Sababu wako na hiyo roho.
Yeah.
Sasa huyu mtoto wametoka kwao. Ameenda Sunday school, ni women wanamfunza. Ameenda PP1 ama play group, hata kama alipelekwa wa daycare, hakuna mwanaume ameweka daycare hapa. Hakuna. Sijaona hapa kwote hii city yote ya Nairobi mtu mwanaume ameweka daycare.
Yeah, sure.
Labda aweke ajiri bado ladies. So ana deal na ladies. Sasa huyo mtoto primary school yote ana deal na ladies. Kwao nyumbani ako na mama yake, ako na sisters wake. Wanajitengeneza makucha, wanajinyoa wanja, wanajipaka nini. Sasa huyo mtoto anaanza kujipaka hivyo kwa sababu hana unataka afanye nini wewe? What do you want this person to do? Yeah, this is all he knows. This is the only life he knows. Yeah, alijikuta hapa. This guy alijikuta hapa. So when now he's grown up.
Yeah.
Na mama yake amemkick out. Namwambia wewe sasa you are overgrown. You cannot stay here. You now have to go and do something with yourself.
True.
The quickest thing he can do is to look for another person like his mother, because his life yote amekuwa akiprovidiwa na mama. Na ako conditioned that people like his mother ndio wanakuanga na pesa na ndio wanakuwa wananacha watu, ndio wanakuwa wanaprovidea watu, ndio wanakuanga wanapanga watu. Sasa mama akimfukuza, he just look for someone like when anakaa tu hivyo. That's why you see these people are marrying these older people, not because that should be the norm. Unajua hata kulingana na our cultures and even our religions, it is not a good thing.
Yeah,
but I'm just trying to explain what goes on in the mind of these children to find themselves there. So they need counseling. These children need therapists, to sit down with a therapist to change and reconstruct their mind and the conditioning that they have been conditioned since they were young. They have been conditioned like that. So instead of the society blaming them and the society kicking them out and stigmatizing them, they just need help to sit down with counselors and to reconstruct their ideas and their perceptions and all that, and they turn out to be good people in the society.
Oh, so it's not that, so many people, they talk about, these people are so lazy, that's why they are doing all this, these young men, they are so lazy, that's why they are, evil. Wanataka kuenda mahali pesa zimetafutwa.
It is conditioning. When you live in a certain environment for a very long time, you get conditioned by that environment, and you believe everything according to what is going on in that environment. Now, to get that out, that's why I'm saying you need a therapist to go and remove that, those perceptions. They are called schemas. Remove those ones, put new, and then you are able to operate. This person can even get married and have a very good family when he is changed. The conditioning is changed. Yes.
Wow, our viewers, umesikia? You don't have just to look at the person and then umjudge umseme hapana.
Even a lot of people have mental issues. Watu wanajudge wengine wakati mtu ako na mental issues. Na wajua some of the mental issues here lazima upelekwe Mathare. Watu wako na mental issues na wanaishi huku. Wengine wako na mood issues. Wengine wako na impasse, mambo ya kujizuia. Hizo zote ni issues. They are just here, they just need help. But people are laughing at them and wanawadismiss, wanawastigmatize. So the society is just like that.
Na wao pia wanajichukia.
Sasa unajua, sasa ukiwa stigmatized hata wewe utajificha. Utataka kutokea kwa watu, kwa sababu sasa kama watu wakutaki, watu wanasema ati ule jamaa wa hivi, yule jamaa wa hivi, you just hide now yourself.
That is very true. Wow. Yes. That is very true, and I hope you guys you're still following us, and I don't know, are you taking notes? I hope so.
They should.
If you're not, we just about to wrap it up.
They should take notes.
Because it's getting hot and hot here, of which I know. I know. What I know is that they have learned something. In case that when we are very new here, I know that you have learned something.
Yeah.
So we just about to wrap it up here, because we have seen our video is almost one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost 1 hour. So we have to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Because we need to prepare for the next video.
Yes.
So I don't know, our psychologist, what do you have to say?
Just
Your
some
parting
closing
shots.
remarks
Yeah.
to our viewers.
Yes.
In any situation you are in,
Yeah.
just know you can come out. There's no situation that is permanent. And don't make your decision, don't make permanent decision on temporary issues.
Yeah.
These are temporary. This is a bridge. You are on a bridge going to the other side. So don't make permanent. Wewe jenga nyumba ya mawe hapo kwa bridge. It is time you are going to the other side. This helplessness thing that you have learned, this is learned. You know helplessness is learned.
Yeah.
Yes, it is something that, in psychology we say behavior is learned,
Yeah.
it can be unlearned, and it can be relearned.
Sure.
So there is nothing ati umefika mwisho ati mahali umefika ati there is nothing you can do about it. Any situation, you can come out of it. Kwani wewe umeshinda job, mwenye nasemekananga alilose kila kitu na baadaye akarecover. Na wewe hakuna kitu umelose. Job ndiye alikuwa amelose everything.
Yeah.
So those internal stories you tell yourself. Unajua hiyo ndio shida inakuwa.
Yes.
There's those internal talks. You talk conversations with yourself in your mind. You are telling mambo ni ngumu. Huko hakukaliki.
Yes.
Mimi sasa ni wanani? Me I cannot do this.
Yes.
This one is hard. It cannot be done by so and so. Change that self-talk. When you change that self-talk, your outside will change, because it is your self-talk that gives you the actions you do. So kama self-talk yako inasema you are defeated, kwani utawin wapi? You cannot win.
Yeah, you cannot.
Yes. And remember when, by the way, do you know when a baby is born? When a baby is born, kama wakati mimi nilizaliwa, there were other 300 million people who would have been born.
Yes,
they were those cells. Yes,
true.
scientists have proven this.
Yeah.
There were 300 million people. Hizo ni Kenya sita. 6 Kenya's people, 6 Kenya kama hii, who would have been born instead of me. But that day, I defeated all the 6 countries. I defeated 300 million.
True.
And I became the person who was to be born.
Yeah,
what changed when I came out there? Me, I'm a winner from when I was from when I was born. So what happens outside here? If you weren't there, watu wakakufa milioni 300 kwa ukapatikana. Sasa hizo nataka kujinyonga. Unajua those people are asking themselves now, where are you running? Ungewacha sisi tuende huko. Sasa sisi we gave you a chance to live. You are now to kill yourself. Now ungetuachia, kumbe hata ukuwa na haja na hii life. Ungetuachia sisi. Yes, so all is not lost.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Somebody said never ever make a permanent decision in a temporary problem.
In a temporary
True.
problem.
So there we go. That is it for now. Until we meet in the next video.
Yes.
That is bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.